Hey students, this is Dr. Kubin. I'm gonna try to do my video feedback for you again. This is like try number 5. So let's hope that this works. Um, I really enjoyed reading through y'all's course development assignments. Y'all were really creative and I think worked really hard to do these assignments, and I really enjoyed reading what you created. So thank you for your hard work on that. Um, I gave you all a lot of individual feedback, I think, but there were a couple of themes that I saw kind of across the board that I wanted to address with everybody. So the first thing is making sure that when you develop course outcomes or objectives, that those are measurable. You guys really like the word understand, and understand by itself is not measurable. How do you know if someone understands? So you can evaluate whether someone understands by whether or not they can describe, identify, discuss, um, demonstrate, those kind of things. So remember, keep those Bloom's um, taxonomy verbs. Keep that list when you're developing outcomes. Keep that list handy and use those words because those are going to help you find the things that are measurable. Okay. In your rubrics, the same thing. Use those verbs. I saw a lot of things like describes some things or talks about like includes some. Well, what is some? Uses does something well. What is well? Or has good descriptions. What's good? Right? You have to use words that tell the student exactly what you are expecting. What are your expectations so that they know that they are doing what it is you're looking for. Okay. Um, the other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is your deliverables. So when you're creating your course and you're making up your syllabus and all of the assignments that you want them to do, those are deliverables. So first of all, keep in mind, what is the purpose of your deliverables? Okay. What are you really trying to get from them? Are you having them do reflective assignments, reflective journaling, or other type of reflective assignments because you know as an educator that reflection is probably one of the most valuable learning tools that we have available to us, because that's when the light bulbs go off. That's when you get your aha moments, right? Um, and so you really want to capitalize on that because that's when students learn the most. Or are you just doing it because you need some paperwork to give them a grade? Um, are you giving tests because that's what we always do, and that's the only way that we can think of to demonstrate that they have knowledge? Are you using simulation because you think that that's the best way to see if they can apply their knowledge? Um, like think about why are you doing these assignments, and then think about what are these assignments really worth. So I want you to think about um, points or percentages of grades. So think about 10 points or 10% is not a whole letter grade, right? So a student could conceivably get full points on all assignments, and then you have one assignment that's worth 10%. They could completely not do that assignment and still make an A in a course, right? So, kind of a rule that to kind of follow is not to assign any assignments less than 10%, because that kind of cheapens the value of your assignments, if that makes sense, right? You want your students to see the value, and you want to assign things, um, points that mean something, that's not busy work. You want to make sure that it has value to their learning, to their outcomes, and that it means something to them. Think about if you've got weekly quizzes or weekly tests and they add up to 10%, that means each test is only worth 1%, right? Which is nothing. Why are you giving an assignment or a test that is only worth 1%. Is there a better way to do that? Okay. Does that make sense to you? So just something to kind of think about. Is there a better way to do those kinds of things? Um, and to ease the burden on the learner, but also to give them valuable learning experiences. Um, so those are kind of just some things I wanted you to think about. That said, we are at Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. So I hope that you'll have a lovely Thanksgiving. Hope you get a little bit of rest while you're off for a couple of days. When we come back, we're almost at the end of the semester. So great job. Keep up the good work. And I'll see y'all when you come back. Thanks, y'all.